And now live at 11 a.m., special New England Nation coverage of our Super Bowl champs.
Good morning still. Patrick Little along with Ruthie Polinsky and Danielle North. The New England Patriots' 6th victory celebration. It's amazing. 6 of these things about to kick off in Boston. 2nd duck boat parade in about 3 months. Red Sox, of course, riding around the streets of Boston after winning the World Series a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it was only, 900 days ago that we saw that, right? Our sports fans, we here in New England, we are so spoiled. We're talking about the Red Sox winning in October, as Pat mentioned. Now our Super Bowl champs, the New England Patriots. Ruthie, fresh off a plane from Atlanta. You just got back last night following the Patriots for more than a week. How was it?
I'm going to try and fight through my lack of voice right now. Yeah, I know, guys. It was absolutely amazing. An unbelievable experience just to be there and then, of course, witness a win. I was, of course, in Minneapolis. I said to my mom before the trip, I said, you know, I did that whole losing thing, but I'm ready to get a win, too.
Right,
you know?
right.
So it was absolutely unbelievable. I'm so grateful for the opportunity.
And as Ruthie is going to fill us in on sort of the Atlanta experience, live pictures right now as the Patriots on several buses. They had departed from Foxborough at about 9:45. They just arrived at Copley Place this morning, and they're going to get off those buses soon and then get onto those duck boats.
You know, after the game was over on Sunday night, Julian Edelman was very vocal in saying, I want 2 million people at this parade on Tuesday. Julian, I think they were listening to you because it looks like there are millions in the streets of Boston. The MBTA trains were packed, some of the busiest ridership that they've had in the history of the public transportation service today.
Yeah, they're saying that this crowd today is going to surpass previous victory parades. Certainly a part of that has to be the amazing weather we're seeing today. I mean, you look at some of our victory parades before with the Patriots. I mean, you had temperatures, you know, on either side of 30 degrees for many of them. I think the coldest was in 2005 when it was 18 degrees and actually had been postponed because of snow in Boston. And now we've got temperatures near almost 60 degrees in Boston. So you know that's playing a huge part in why we have so many people there today.
And that really was the story all week in Atlanta, too, with beautiful weather. Everyone wanted to be out in the streets. It was a total Super Bowl atmosphere, especially towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, when people were able to, you know, get off work, go to Atlanta. So many people there that weren't even able to go to the game, that just wanted to be there and soaking in the atmosphere, and it was so special, and just the streets were packed. It was amazing.
Did you feel, I mean, watching from here at home, we felt this vibe of confidence, right?
No,
just
like
from watching at home.
It was like a Patriots home game.
Unbelievable the amount of Patriots fans that were there. I would say, especially until Saturday, it was, I could count the number of Rams jerseys I saw in one hand. It was unbelievable how many Patriots fans were there. And, you know, you saw the Falcons jerseys and even Steelers jerseys and other just random teams, people sporting their NFL
teams that wish they were there.
Teams that wish they were there. But it was really cool. And even you could hear it on the broadcast. The cheers for the Patriots, just probably 80 to 20%.
So this is cool right now. This is a live picture of the old Hancock building in Boston where a worker, I believe their last night or early this morning, put that Patriots flag up. And you're starting to see people on social media all morning long posting pictures of this Patriots flag flying high above the beautiful city of Boston. I know Yanni Caracas is standing by at the Boston Common, which is right near the parade route. And Yanni, the crowds are like more than 10 people deep, right?
10. I just said 25 to 30 on our Facebook Live there. Unbelievable amount of people here on the Boston Common. And as you guys mentioned, the weather is amazing. The sun is peeking through here. And we've been talking to people who said they've been lining up since 8, 8:30, 9 in the morning with this thing starting at 11. And the buses have just rolled by us. They are about to get into the duck boats at the start of this parade. But yeah, an unbelievable scene. As you mentioned, 2 parades in 100 days. And with all due respect to the Red Sox, this one seems just a little bit bigger. I think that's indicative of just the fan bases, the Patriots, you know, being king in this town. But we've done this before, right? 12 championships in 17 years, so the city of Boston is so prepared. This is pretty organized. The police presence here, the Boston police doing a good job keeping everyone in order. And it's a pretty civil celebration. No one's getting too rowdy at this point. Everyone's just cheering and awaiting their first sights of the 6-time Super Bowl champions. Obviously, we'll be waiting to see the guys on the duck boats. Is Rob Gronkowski going to be, you know, the big party boy he was in past Super Bowl parades? And Julian Edelman, I know, usually enjoys his time on a duck boat. So it'll be interesting as they traverse the streets of Boston. And for a 6th time, it's just unbelievable. Obviously, we all remember the sign that little 10 or 12-year-old held up a few years back saying, you know, this is my 11th parade, this is my 12th parade, and he's 13, 14 years old. I know Patrick and Danielle, you guys have teenagers who this is all they've experienced. I mean, I have a 4-year-old little girl who's experienced 3 Super Bowls. So we're just spoiled here, and the scene is really exciting here on Tremont. The Boston Common is behind me where the camera is shooting at me now, and people are standing on park benches trying to get a glimpse. There are just so many people here, a lot of college kids who played hooky, a lot of parents with their children, and really people of all ages here. We've seen plenty of Rhode Islanders, just bumped into a guy from Central Falls. So yeah, things are getting going here, and we'll check back with you in just a bit.
Yeah, my 16-year-old has experienced 11. Now, he was almost born when they won their first Super Bowl. But, I mean, to think about that, all those kids that are there, boy, this is great. All they do is win around here. I got news for you kids. When we were kids, not you, Ruthie, but you and I, this was Loserville. I mean, nobody won around here, but it's become Title Town over the last 2 decades, which is really a lot more fun, trust me.
And, you know, Yanni's talking about these teenagers that you and I both have, and many of them are in Boston today. Yeah. I know mine could not make it because she has an audition at school, so she cannot miss classes. However, I know a fair amount of girls and guys who are there. Representing in Warwick, I think from Tollgate High School. There's a large contingent in Boston today as well.
Well, send pictures, make a school project out of it. Make it worth the trip up there. There is a Rhode Island connection here. Seems to be always a Rhode Island connection. And in this case, we met this woman from Cranston 100 days ago during the Red Sox duck boat parade. She is a duck boat captain. I think she was actually driving the duck boat that Red Sox manager Alex Cora was on at the Red Sox victory parade back in October. And Michaela McDonald had a chance to catch up with her again today.
One of the things that makes Boston's championship parade so unique is that they take place on duck boats. And one of the drivers in today's parade is Leah Reynolds, and you're from Rhode Island.
I am indeed. I'm from Warwick originally, and I live in Cranston now.
Great. And can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing this?
This is year 5 for me with Boston Duck Tours. And this is my 3rd parade. So, yeah, kind of cool.
What's been some of your favorite memories that have happened during the parade?
Well, my last for the Red Sox, I had Alex Cora. So it was all the Puerto Rican flags and all the people that were, you know, yay Puerto Rico after the hurricane and stuff. So that was very cool. The family was awesome. His family was unbelievable, and I had all of them on the duck. This time I'm not sure. Still not sure who we're going to have. It just says players and staff. So it won't be Tom Brady. It won't be the Krafts. It won't be the Belichicks. Other than that, we don't know. So once they get here, which is right around 11, we'll see. So.
Great, but you have also been part of a Patriots championship parade before.
Yes, the last one. That was my first parade. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was, you know, it's good. This is much better weather. It's going to be very nice today. And the last one, even in the sleet and the snow, there were more than 1 million people in Boston. So I'm guessing we're going to have more. So that's cool. That's good.
And what are you most looking forward to today?
I don't know. I think it's just the feeling of the crowd is always a really great thing. You know, I mean, people really are truly into it, and it's not just Boston. A lot of people come down from Rhode Island. Sorry, they're on the duck ahead of us. So we'll see, and how many people actually come, how many friends actually come. I've been Facebooking, so we'll see. We'll see who comes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
And we'll send it back to you.
I mean, what a thrill for her. And as you heard her say in the interview, she doesn't know who's going to be on her duck boat. And literally, as we're speaking right now, I'm guessing that some of these Patriots players or management or whoever's going to be on the boat is about to get on that woman's boat. So she'll be finding out any time now. So just to bring up to date, Patriots buses arrived just about 11 o'clock, which is when the parade was supposed to begin. These things are always delayed, though, about 15 or 20 minutes or so for logistical reasons. You know, they had to drive up from Foxborough, and the traffic. And Melissa Sardelli was tracking the traffic at the 9 o'clock hour. It was jam-packed on the roadways. The trains were packed, buses packed. A lot of people trying to get into the city today.
We do have these stack of scripts in front of us. This is supposed to be a structured rundown of this, but you never know with these things, right? So we're just going to kind of wing it along with the Patriots and the parade this morning. Ruthie, you just got back from Atlanta. Give us a sense of what it was like being on the field after the game was over. And, fortunately, I've been to a few of these as well. I mean, we've all around here had a chance to cover these, it seems, because there's been so many of them. But it's such a different feeling when they win versus, being there when they lose. And I can only imagine what the scene was like on the field. Never gets old.
Never gets old. I mean, it was my first Super Bowl championship to cover, so I was ecstatic myself. Yeah. But just the confetti and the emotion, the raw emotion that you see from these guys, and especially, with the New England Patriots, where it's grind, grind, grind all season with one goal in mind. And to achieve that goal, you just feel it with them. You're just standing there and you're watching grown men with tears in their eyes and big football pads, and these young players who maybe this is their first championship compared to Tom Brady, and this is his sixth, and they're all standing there just emotional to experience this with each other. And you know, Pat, I think there was something really special about this group, and the team talked about it, especially in this playoff run when they really were playing their best football. They really, really loved each other, and every team does. Every team has their connection and their flow and their chemistry. But this group talked about it a lot, just how much they wanted to win and play for each other. And there was so much about proving people wrong, right?
They do that all the time, though. They do that all the time.
They love that line.
Since 2001, they've been. No one believes us. No one thinks we can win.
No one believes us.
But it works for them.
They picked against us. But you know, Kyle Van Noy had an interesting comment before they left for Atlanta, and he said, yeah, proving people wrong is fun, but I like proving people right.
Right.
And I loved that. That kind of stuck with me throughout the playoff run, and especially down in Atlanta. These guys wanted to play for each other, and they wanted to win for the people that believed in them, and that was, you know, their coaches and their teammates, and you just felt that on the field, that these guys wanted to do this for each other.
And I know that you and Yanni, obviously the game ends, there's a win, and you have to get into your mode of like coverage mode. But watching from home, right, and you see that embrace between Edelman and Brady that literally lasted what? I mean, maybe 10 seconds or more, and it's like that. You talk about that, the love that they have for each other, completely clear.
Well,
and then the fun they have in Disney World yesterday as they're like scampering through all the parks together, right?
And even in Kansas City, after the game was over, you know, the bromance going on in the field. Brady and Belichick, I love you too. It's like, wait a second, you know, is this, you know, this really happening?
And how about, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Yanni caught something when we got the video of the highlights from the field in the post game. Yanni caught a little soundbite from Belichick embracing Brady. They say, I love you so much, I love you so much. And then Belichick says, we'll be back too.
He did say that.
He said that, and this has gone totally viral. It's on Yanni's Twitter page. I highly recommend you go look at it. And it's unbelievable to see the love that these guys have for each other, and it's so different. What a difference a year makes, right? You know, with Belichick and Brady and the Seth Wickersham piece about the tension, and this year it just seems to have all dissipated. And you know, everything helps when you win, right?
Let's go back
to a lot of things.
Let's go back to like right now though at 11:12. I mean, you've got this gorgeous city of Boston with the sun shining, a crowd like I don't think we've seen before, Patrick. I mean, we've covered a lot of these parades. This is pretty amazing here. You know, in fact, we were talking about the impact that it has on the city. Suffolk University, you know, canceled their classes from between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Because can you imagine trying to get around, you know, this scene where Suffolk is located right in the heart of this?
I actually saw a tweet that Kyle Van Noy had made a phone call to Suffolk University to make sure that they would cancel for this. He wanted all those guys there to support them.
My recent memory, of course, is that Red Sox parade back in October, and although it was a big crowd, I think the weather was a little colder, if I remember correctly.
I think it was about the same, but it's all relative, right? Because in October, 50s is like, but now February, you're like, woohoo, it's spring.
Yeah, but Yanni mentioned this is it almost looks like twice the crowd that was at the Red Sox rally. In all due respect, as Yanni said to the Red Sox, and this is clearly a Patriots town, and this is clearly a Patriots region now. They've taken over as number one. There is Tom Brady with
looks like a transformer hand, right?
Yeah, fistful of rings.
He needs two hands now for those rings.
Speaking of rings, you know, and we're going to check back in, as we mentioned, with Yanni, Steve Nielsen, Michaela McDonald, all on the scene up there. Got to keep in mind, though, with close to 2 million people up there, and probably 1.9 million of them on their cell phones or some sort of device, the bandwidth is not so strong up there in Boston right now, so we're trying to sort out some technical issues to get in touch with all these folks, but we will effort to do that. But as rings go, most Super Bowl rings, Bill Belichick has 8. Okay, he's got 6 with the Patriots, 2 as an assistant with the New York Giants. Tom Brady, 6 now. That's the most rings as a player in NFL history. 36 different Patriots have won 3 Super Bowl rings. 36.
36.
Yep.
Some of the more familiar ones now.
Oh, there's Brady.
There's Tom right there with his daughter on his shoulder. So these people have won 3. There's Tom. He's got his 6. But James White, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, Dante Hightower, Devin McCourty, Matthew Slater, former Brown University star. James Devlin has 3. 2 owners have 6 rings, the Kraft ownership group and the Rooneys in Pittsburgh. So
just more rings than most organizations have ever been to the Super Bowl.
And you're looking at Viv, right? Tom Brady's daughter there, that iconic picture of her reflection as Tom Brady is lifting up the Lombardi Trophy.
It looks
that was one of the
photoshopped.
most. Are you skeptical angle?
I
Do
don't
you
know.
think it was?
I don't know, but it's so perfect.
Yeah.
It looks Photoshop. I mean, I don't know if it is, but it's a beautiful picture regardless. I mean, it's unbelievable for him to experience, and so much of the storyline has been about how important his family is and how he's trying to balance that relationship between football and his family. So to see that picture and them celebrate with him, I'm sure was so special for him.
I think Viv had a goat poster.
I need to see it.
I think
I need to see what that was. Oh, it's so great.
Oh, geez, do you think she hand drew that? A goat with a ram crossed out with like an X through it?
Goat versus ram, goat wins.
Yep. Oh, my goodness.
So it looked like those, the first, I'm assuming Brady's going to be on the first boat.
You would think, right?
So it looked like it was rolling away from the staging area. So we can only imagine that most of the players are now on their duck boats, and this parade will now begin, weaving its way through Boston.
You know, it's important to note, too, that, you know, in years past, we sometimes have had that rally at City Hall. That is not happening today. So this is the show.
Yep.
The rolling rally through the streets of Boston area that's going to start, as we had mentioned, at Hines, right? And it's moving
Hines
down
Convention Center,
to Tremont, and then it's ending on Cambridge Street. So, you know, you've got everybody jam-packed into basically like these 3 blocks here in Boston. So, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
What a picture, huh?
Look at these. Look at this crowd.
It was funny, too. Yesterday at Disney World, Tom Brady and Julie Edelman there, they said, this is almost like a parade crowd here, like a legit, like, does everybody like the Patriots? I said, you know, Tom, you get a lot of Patriots fatigue in this country, but there were a lot of fans yesterday on Main Street, USA at the Magic Kingdom, so this is parade number 2 for Brady and Edelman. I think they went on a few rides yesterday.
They did. They were on the Toy Story ride, looking like they were having an absolute ball.
Do you think anyone else was on that ride with them?
I know, seriously.
I think they probably rented it out for them.
You know, I was looking at a couple of tweets from different people saying, this one mother was saying that on Sunday when she said to her kids, you know, if the Patriots win on Sunday, the only way I'm going to let you miss school and go to this rally on Tuesday is if it suddenly gets warm.
Oh, wow.
And bingo, I think this mother and her, I think she has 2 kids, are one of the more than 1 million plus that are in this crowd today.
So we can only assume that the buses are going to go down the parade route first because the players are going to get back on them after they get off the duck boats at the end of the parade to go back to Foxborough.
So those are likely just
empty buses
being driven down there,
clearing the parade route, and here you can see the duck boats that'll be right behind those buses and the fans. And, you know, Mayor Marty Walsh made it clear. He said, we had a bad scene at that Red Sox parade back in October when somebody threw a beer can and hit Alex Cora in the head. And they made it clear that, you know, any public drinking or, you know, behavior that's not acceptable, people are going to be arrested today. So we can only hope that it's a mellow crowd. Here's the deal. Act like you've done this before, and we have.
Right.
Well, Mayor Marty Walsh said, what did he say? Party like champions, like respectful champions. Let's not go crazy.
It's not your first rodeo here. You've done this before, so hopefully everybody's on their best behavior.
You know, Patrick, you mentioned that scene in Disney World where Tom Brady was like, wow, I can't believe, you know, how many fans we have down here in Florida. And you hear people skeptical, like, you know, when you hear Edelman say, well, we want 2 million plus down in Boston, and people are like, are fans really going to come out in droves for this today? But you remember 35,000 showed up for that send-off rally at Gillette last week, which people weren't expecting.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I was at the Patriots rally in Atlanta,
and
the crowd there was unbelievable. Thousands of people were there in Centennial Park in downtown Atlanta, all in Patriots jerseys. And so you have to imagine that so many of those people maybe took the couple-hour drive to Orlando to kind of maybe, they heard Julian was going to go and Brady would be there, so maybe they went and cheered him on there and then probably hopped on a plane so they could be here today. There are no fans like Patriots fans. It was truly unbelievable.
Well, I mean, and we all know this time of year, New Englanders, like, Florida's our second home, right? It's like, oh, I'm booking a plane to get out of here when we had the polar vortex around here last week.
And the excuse to go to Disney World.
Oh, there's Suffolk right there. Yep.
There's
Here
Bill.
we go.
Oh, all right.
Here we go.
Look at that smile.
Bill Belichick,
Yay.
what a
Bill's
smile.
smiling.
With his girlfriend Linda.
All right, we're starting to see the duck boats rolling, and we get the trophy right there in the front as well.
They need 6 duck boats for 6 trophies.
Wow. Unbelievable. Lombardi trophy, there it is.
This is Bill, you know, like we never see him. And having a chance to you know, be involved in sports, Ruthie, for, what was it, 12 years before I made the jump over here to news. I was around him a lot, too, and you rarely see him show emotion at all, whether it be good or bad. It's just sort of flatline, right? And, you know, every Super Bowl, you get that one day, it seems, maybe like a 48-hour period where you see Bill acting more like, you know, a human instead of a drone. And it's just really, you know, you hear from players, and you talk to players a lot, and you ask them maybe behind the scenes, what's Bill really like? And I've had players tell me, he's a funny guy. Like, he's a really funny guy, loves to fish, loves to be on Nantucket. He is normal, but he just doesn't let many people in.
Yeah, and this is where you see that emotion, and you saw it on the field after the game. And I think, you know, when you accomplish this goal that you work so hard for and you push your guys to their limits, you let yourself enjoy this a little bit. And, you know, probably maybe, what do you think? He'll go to Nantucket this week, maybe enjoy this one a little bit, and then it's, you know, it's off season.
You know what he always says when they win the Super Bowl, which is now 6 times? Well, we're a couple weeks behind the rest of the league, getting ready for next year.
So funny.
You know, I don't know if he really means that, but he
it,
just
but
loves to say,
his little sarcastic
we're still
spin.
focused here. There's Nate Ebner right there, right on the left.
Can't miss him. Can't miss Nate Ebner.
With that flow.
Yeah, with that hair.
It's funny, I'm following some of the tweets and social media comments today. Somebody from Boston saying, my 4-month-old baby that was just born has seen more championships than a 45-year-old Mets, Jets, Knicks fan, right? I mean, what an exciting time for, you know, new parents or parents of school-age children or teenagers. It really is a family event. I mean, you see tons of pictures of father and sons gathering together in their Patriots gear for this. What a day.
It's really special. It's really special. This is where you see it with guys celebrating with their families too. And we had Duron Harmon live on our post-game show after the game, and he was there with his, I don't know, maybe 7-year-old son and then his 3-year-old son.
Yeah.
And those guys are just ecstatic, catching touchdowns in the end zone with confetti at their feet. What an experience. And there are a couple guys on this team that have newborn babies that all made the trip to Atlanta. I think Rex Burkhead, Duron Harmon being one of them as well. James Devlin just had a new baby. They all, you know, one of their first experiences as a human being is a Super Bowl championship. It's unbelievable.
You know, you can see all the police there, Patrick, and they're yellow right along this parade route. Think of all of the parades that the men and women of the Boston Police Department have been a part of, right? I mean, I know it's work, but it has to also be fun as well to be on that route, feeling that energy. Seeing
a tweet from our reporter, Michaela McDonald, who is at the parade along with Steve Nielsen and Yanni Caracas, as we mentioned. And she says, I can't even move on the sidewalk. It's so packed at the start of the parade. And, you know, I encourage you to follow Yanni and Michaela and Steve on social media, because you get a sort of a ground level view of what they can see. It's just a sea of humanity. And, you know, this is a great view here, too, from the helicopter. It might be the best way to see this parade is from the air, because there's so many people. Also, it's great when you see the office buildings and the condos along the parade route, the people that have, those are prime seats right there. Those are really, really good places to view this parade.
We saw Tom Brady and his daughter on one of the boats a few minutes ago, a close-up of them, and people are already dubbing it the goat boat, right? It's the goat boat making its way through the city. We got to get a close-up of that boat. I don't know if it started rolling yet.
It looks like Tom might have his own boat with his family. Oh, I think maybe Brian Hoyer. I'm just looking on social media. I can't really tell from our video there, but
and we're getting confirmation too from the MBTA. They now have confirmed it is the highest ridership ever seen on their network. And actually, if you have friends and family there, they're issuing all these warnings on social media. It's going to be an extremely crowded ride home today. So, you know, you're thinking your loved ones might be back 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm guessing it's going to take a long time. I can't wait to hear the total on the crowd today, too. And we just don't know. I mean, the commissioner of the police department had said 1 million plus, but we don't really know. Is that Tom right there?
There's Tom.
Yeah.
With his friend Brian Hoyer, and he was asked about, you know, the relationship that they formed as quarterback and backup quarterback. And Brian Hoyer got a lot of credit for their preparation in this Rams game, you know, serving as the scout quarterback and, you know, pretending to be Jared Goff, who's been so athletic and such a force to be reckoned with for the majority of the season. And Brian Hoyer got a ton of credit for that. And Brady talked about how their friendship has really evolved this season, and he's so happy to be able to get to experience this with him. You
know, sometimes along with this parade route, we hear music, you know, accompanying the boats. I'm wondering if we might be able to just put the audio up a little louder to listen in. No.
Should also mention that Ty Law is at the parade. He's on the craft boat. Law, over the weekend, elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
My Michigan man.
That's right. That's right.
I had a good omen. I felt like it was a good feeling when Ty Law got elected to be inducted, and then I kind of made the connection that, you know, it was the Rams game that he had that big interception that kind of kicked things off of this. There he is. Look at that guy.
Gronk. We've been waiting to see him.
Now it's a party.
Now it's a party.
And, you know, we have seen him dress for it not appropriate for the weather before, right? You know, like acting like, oh, it's not 18 degrees out now. This is great.
Yeah,
sun's out, guns out.
With other tight end Dwayne Allen there behind him, who's enjoying an adult beverage.
So you got to keep in mind, so this is, what, 5 minutes into this parade? Gronk, usually in rare form by about the halfway mark.
Yeah, yep.
He starts Well, you saw him dancing at media night, Ruthie. I mean, I don't know what those moves were, but
I don't know.
It's just the Gronk show. And hey, listen,
look away.
This could be. There he goes. Yep, just getting warmed up. This could be it, right? This could be the last time you see Gronk in this arena as a member of the Patriots.
He was very non-committal about making a decision, and he said he's going to think it over the next couple of weeks. But right now, he just wants to enjoy this. And what a performance for him to go out on. You know, if that was his final game as a Patriot, that making that huge catch to get inside the 1-yard line, and then Sony Michel running it in for the only touchdown of the game, Patrick.
Seriously.
One touchdown. But yeah, good for Gronk. Happy for him.
If you're going to go out on top.
Exactly.
That last catch there, setting up the game. There's sometimes you don't go out on your own terms. A lot of these professional athletes, they get the uniform torn off their back and get told that they're not good enough to play anymore. And sometimes you think it's probably a good thing to say, listen, I'm going out on my terms.
I do think it's funny though, and look, the media, we're funny folks sometimes, right? I mean, Gronk just wins the Super Bowl. We're like, are you gonna retire or not? Like, let it breathe, let it simmer, let him enjoy the moment here. And sometimes it's the Patriots themselves that remind us, like, we don't need to be just thinking the next step. Let's just enjoy what just happened, you know? I love this.
This is so great. Fired up. As they should be. So many signs that I saw on social media and through our video. Never gets old. Which is kind of funny, symbolic when you think about your quarterback, right? Just doesn't get old. He's just 41, just winning his 6th Lombardi trophy. There's David Andrews. Man, what a guy he's been this year. Just kind of the center and, getting fired up. Love him. He's so great. That's great. He's been so crucial to that offensive line play, and his relationship with Brady has really been key to, keeping Brady upright. So exciting.